poles opposite, that's the Myanmar side, that's the Burma side. Right between, about half this small floodplain is bisected by a small little stream that we had stood on the bridge before. Burma on that side, China on this side. Both cultivating rice now, but formerly on that side used to grow a lot of opium or a lot of poppy, which was then converted into either opium, heroin, or morphine. Now it's prohibited by the Burmese government. And they grow rice and coffee and lemons instead. We're standing in a state rubber plantation. These are rubber trees behind me. Yunnan in China produces the world's most northernly cultivated rubber. The tall trees behind me are rubber trees. They're tapped every morning. You can see the cut marks on where the sap will drip down and run out. Small little yellow holding cups are used to collect the sap. Little smaller green bushes are coffee bushes. Coffee has been an important substitute cash crop that the government has tried to introduce on both sides of the border. Both governments and the UN have tried to promote coffee cultivation in order to supplant poppy production as a lucrative cash crop for the world markets. We're on our way up Xiaokongshan, Little Hollow Mountain. This is one of 7 or 8 volcanoes in the immediate area of this volcano park here in Tengchong. Tengchong, very geologically active area, seismically active. They don't have a lot of seismic activity though. And part of the reason is the magma, the subsurface magma in this area comes up to only about 9 kilometers below the surface. Whereas in other parts of Yunnan, with the Hongduan Mountains, it's much farther beneath the surface, about 200 kilometers or so. So magmic movement will lead to a lot of earthquakes. Not here in Tengchong. Very rarely do they have very rarely do they have earthquakes in Tengchong. What you do have is a lot of dormant volcanoes, not extinct, just dormant, sleeping, and a lot of hot springs. Well, we've made it up to the crater. The crater of the little empty mountain. It is fairly empty. I think we'll pass on the walk down just because of the rain and the time constraints, but essentially all the volcanoes in this area are like this, dormant, not extinct. Some of them with ponds or lakes filling their craters.
He said that there are 3 major underwater rivers in this region, and one of them is not very far from us, and this provides very rich resources for underground water. It's close to 2,000 meters above sea level where we are now. And actually all the Chinese names for all these 3 mountains are called empty mountains, Yushan, empty mountains, because of the pond in the middle.
We have a black empty mountain, a big empty mountain, and a little empty mountain. And we're at Little Empty Mountain, Little Hollow Mountain. Sight to see within the Ruhai. This is called the Big Boiling Pot. Well, as you can see, its temperature in the pot is over boiling. It's not very deep, only about 1.5 meters, and 3 points where the water can go in. But you can see the water bubbling and boiling there, over 100 degrees Celsius. We're in a rainforest, a little bit outside of Raili. They call it the primordial rainforest. I'm not sure how primordial it is, but you look at some of the vegetation behind me, and it's clearly rich and verdant, and it's been here for a while. We've been passing taro that's with these leaves 6, 7, 8 feet across or 8 feet long. They have these two enormous plantain trees on the other side of the stream. You've seen these trees with these enormous vines, lush, verdant, and relatively empty of people. We have a slightly improved road, so to facilitate ease of touring, but the crowds are not very large here, and you do get a sense of being a little bit closer to nature than in most of your average tour area in China. But we do have insects, we do have bugs, and we do have snakes, and it is a little slippery, as it is the rainforest. So drip, drip, drip. Keep dry, keep safe, keep upright if you can, and stay on the path. Nice as the rock.
Look at the flowers on this one. So many. I wonder if they bloom and open up. Bugs on it too? Wow.
其实又有那个生要帮助你的意思，有个迷信。
有个迷信去帮助你。
随时有人生要帮你的意思。
The spirits here. If you're
老人进来的话是老人啊，老人来。
If you walk, people leave these sticks here in order to make some sort of request for help from the spirits. Spirits of the land, spirits of the water, spirits of the rock, but for the Dai people in particular, the spirits of the water. They like to lay it up against the base of a rock. You can see them here and right along the road up here. This seems to be the mother of all trees in this forest. If you're going to leave some sticks in honor of the spirit of the forest or the spirits of the trees, this looks like a good tree to leave them against. Trunk this size goes up, 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 up. I'm going to fall over if I keep going back. Look it up there. This is magnificent place. That's spectacular scenery, spectacular vegetation. The verdant richness, the lush tropical setting. The forest, the jungle is alive with the sound of all sorts of critters. We've got all these flies and insects around us. Who cares? It's magnificent, spectacular, breathtaking. Figuratively and literally. But they're having the time of their lives down there. They're just all going to be sick as dogs tomorrow.